Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, the Duke of SUV. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 2026 Audi Q5, an all-new generation of the luxury compact SUV. Riding on the new premium platform architecture and offering updated design, technology, powertrain with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. The Audi do come in three different trims: the Premium, Premium Plus and Prestige, which will be offering a 2.0-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder. When upgraded to the SQ5 models, that's where we'll be getting the V6 engine, which will be 3.5-litre, and standard to them are a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. But guys, before I continue, I have something to say. We've been complaining about the 2025 Mercedes GLE 350, about its base model, which also do come with the 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder with a 9-speed automatic transmission. I don't know, there's another German rival that often came off as the worst. Probably doesn't, I don't know, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't know if they don't take complaint from their customers about their past SUVs. Yes, I was complaining about Mercedes for not the way they are making all these cheap cheap headlights, front screw, and costing like, and for the price to be costing more than it shouldn't be. Um, this Saudi right now, so although since 2024, it does come with this standard 4-cylinder, 2-litre 4-cylinder, and that produces 265 horsepower and 298 pound-feet of torque. And what the main problem is the automatic transmission. It's not like the other of it. It does come with the dual clutch, and dual clutch are more, although that all German gearboxes are high performance. Yes, I know that high performance, but in terms of quick shifting and performance, they are wood. They do nailed it, because the dual clutch do have the ability to skip from first gear to third gear. You understand? And their shifting are almost quick, and it's quick and responsive. But the problem is that the reliability is not there, and the maintenance is not an easy thing to handle. Secondly, Audi 2024 Audi and 2025 Audi seems to be the best more than this 2026. My reason of saying so is that looking at their exterior now, mainly the headlights, is now slimmer. Meanwhile, the 2024 and last year are more bold and something like kind of bigger. And you know, the bigger the better the headlights. But this time, they've went all the way to slim it down. Meanwhile, it's still the LED matrix headlights. Yes, it still be shining, like the headlights will still be shining as good as it is, but you know what I mean, the bigger the better. They've gone back to do the slimmer model, which I don't think some customers will be okay with it. And they still have their single standard frame front grille. Nothing really much have changed, even in the terms of design. Coming to the rear of this Audi now, their tail light as well, they don't use LED tail light like the rest of the rivals. They use OLED display. Yes, their own is OLED. And just like last year, comparing to it, I think I preferred more of 2024 headlights and tail lights more than this 2026. This one have gone more tinier than the previous years. And one thing they did that I do love is the interior, but I'm not, it's not too good, it's not too bad. I'm checking out the interior now. You can see they've gone extremely rogue with it. Yes, in terms of design. Seeing it now, comparing it to the last year, the instrumental cluster gauge was being embedded into the dashboard, which I like. For me personally, I do prefer it all over this more than this exposed long instrumental and infotainment screen display. I do prefer it, but they've come out from it and giving us the dual, like dual core screen, cluster gauge, and also your infotainment screen display, which is not too bad. It's still use like it's still beautiful, of course. But another thing that I don't know the reason is why they gave the passenger seat its own display. It doesn't make much sense because this is not an aeroplane. Yes, it doesn't need two drivers to man it, and I don't see the reason whereby the passenger seat will be getting its own screen. Although this thing is optional, but to me, I would say that it doesn't make any sense. Just leave it and use the money for that optional screen to do another thing to add another thing in the vehicle. Because even the only thing that is there that the vehicle will be admired for having a three screen, but after that it doesn't make any changes. Even your passenger, because you are not going to tell me if you and your friends are going for anywhere that his eyes will be stuck to that infotainment screen display or his own privacy display there, that his eyes will be stuck there. What do you know he's doing? Nothing. So even most of us do prefer the natural view of the world when we are inside of a vehicle. But that's it. Like I said, it's optional and I wouldn't recommend even anybody to go for it. And the Audi are also, I don't know what to say. I do prefer the last year 2024 model and 2025 model to this new interior, to be honest. The only thing is that even the infotainment interface of the last year does look like an iPad. Yes, it does look like an iPad, and you don't have your face knob to control your volumes and AC control. But this time, all those things are being integrated inside that infotainment screen, and they do come with a 3-zone automatic climate control. And one thing in terms of this technology and headlight design, how they do know how to do that one. They can do that one very well. Like now, if you another thing they've put in here is that when you trafficate, like your turn signal shining outside, you can be seeing it. Apart from the little talk that is showing in the cluster gauge, you'll be seeing it moving around the dashboards, like the direction of the dashboard will be showing there. Apart from that, there is nothing too much in it. But in terms of engine reliability and transmission, no, Audi is not too good in that. Most these do have the same four cylinder for their beginners for their base model, but they do include an electric hybrid and a 9-speed automatic transmission. I'm complaining to that. I don't know that Audi is coming up the worst with the four this thing, four cylinder, and as well as 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. There's nothing like repair. They are changing it too. So the cost of maintenance is not here. Those who those people who own a few, they are always few. That's why is that like people who now they are few. So the reason is the parts. The part is not easy to get, and their way of their engineering, the way they used to handle the engine. Let me use for instance where kick or alternator in normal vehicles, kick and alternator can be easy to be pulled out independently. Yes, in Japanese cars, if an alternator have issue, you can lift the alternator itself, like you can lose it only and fix it. But in terms of Audi, the whole front of that vehicle, including that headlight, is coming down. Everything, even the radiator, just for one thing, and as well as the kickstarter also. So for mechanics, it's a kind of big job to them. That's why they can charge you far more, and their parts are not easily seen in the market. And as this vehicle ages, everything ages. One thing about the German vehicle is that once you fix one, like MEC for engine, once you fix the water is I've changed the water pump. Tomorrow you come and change something else in it. the problem doesn't finish. The problem goes cycle. That's one thing about the German. So at times the best of the best is to change everything completely. And that's where the cost of maintenance comes high. But in Japanese it doesn't come like that. I've made a review about the Acura 2026. The only problem I do have with them is their 10-speed automatic transmission. And trust me, nowadays transmission do cause issue more than the engine. Go and check it yourself. Nowadays transmission do cause issue. So that's why I'm in some certain video I do complain about the transmission. Now watch the standard base of a BMW 3.5 liter turbocharged V6 engine. Sorry, inline 6 engine with 8-speed transmission. Bro, I'm telling you, if well maintained, that vehicle will last longer more than expected because the engine power match the transmission. Yes, do you understand what I mean? The engine power match the transmission. Coming back to this Audi now, the interior, I'm not gonna lie, it does look okay, but at the same time, it looks like cheap, cheap, cheap set of it. Like it does look, it's not too good, it's not too bad. But all I could say is that I'm not a big fan of that AC and speaker controls button being integrated into that screen. It will be difficult to handle in terms of driving. It will be difficult to handle. And also, this Audi do come with a 19 speaker hosting and back system, which is such a good thing to have into the vehicle as well. And coming again to the transmission, transmission knob, you could see that they are just little, everything is just little toggle in it, just little. Like, I'm not a fan of that interior as much as that. You understand? Like, how they stepping back in their game. They're stepping back in their game. The only thing that I do love in this vehicle is the screen, curved screen display that they've introduced. Meanwhile, coming to other tech amenities, we do have a 360 degree camera, panoramic sunroof, wireless phone charging, our nice storage and cup holders. And also, I do want to mention something. We do have our rear view camera, but not me rear view camera, but they won't be camera operated. It's just your normal view mirror. Then another thing is the second row seat. Second row seat do also comes comfortably. 38 inches of your leg room and 39 inches of your headroom with your own climate controls being embedded in it. It's such a good thing to have. And this thing total do come with a 3-zone automatic climate control. It's such a good thing to have. In terms of that, they can do that very well. Then coming to we don't have the third row in this vehicle unless if you are going for the SQ5 variant. Yes, apart from this S5, I don't know how they do their own thing. They have another SQ5, and that SQ5 do have the bigger engine. So guys, that's it. Coming to the trunk of this one, as usual, they will be power lifted, of course. And in this power lifted, how they do in terms of cargo capacity, they do offer big. You understand? So we'll be getting a 37 inches behind the second row seat and total of 71 cubic feet if the second row seats are folded down. That's a good measurement to have. So guys, that's it all for the 2026 Audi Q5. I'm not saying that it's not beautiful, but Audi is pretty beautiful, but at the same time they are limiting their upgrades for less. I can go for like, all I can say is that who have the 2024 2025 model doesn't feel the need to get the 2026 model. If that person is still wishing for Audi, because I know that Audi is not pocket friendly. You understand? Audi is never a pocket friendly vehicle. But anyway, guys, that's what I could say for today's video and for Audi. I don't know if they don't learn from their past mistake or hear from their customers, and this is also limiting their ability to sell their vehicle off market also. Because I don't know for others, but in our country here, if there's 10 vehicles you see on the road, audi, sorry, let me say Toyota or Japanese do make 7, Mercedes do make 2, or let me say Mercedes and BMW do make 2. Then Audi, you won't see it. You won't see Audi anyway. But anyway, guys, let's just be hoping they do something much better in the upcoming year. And also, this their design, their SUV design, are always not beautiful as their sedan. You understand? My channel is not about is not into sedan, but that's what I'm gonna tell you. Their sedan are much more beautiful than the SUV, of course. But anyway, the SUVs with their headlights and taillights seems to stand out more in terms of their rivals. But anyway, somebody should tell Audi that they should step up their games also. But in terms of their engine and gearbox of a thing, my bro, if you're working 9 to 5, or if you are still just starting up your life small, Audi is not for you. Audi is just for big man. Do you understand? So Audi is not for people like us. Instead, we go and get our Lexus and stay alright and avoid unnecessary problem. You understand? But anyway, that's all for today's videos, guys. So thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video. Thank you.